Video games aren't the problem. Quit your bitching. Hey, I'm Gandalf, and I want to talk about video games. Depending on your algorithm, you might get videos like, gaming is dying, or this is the best year gaming has ever seen. And honestly, I want to talk about the more dark side of this topic. People like to make a particular type of video that really pisses me the fuck off. Something I like to call doomer slop. See, doomer slop is what I categorize as a YouTuber or a creator in general who mostly focuses on the negatives of a game or bitches about the game not being fun, and still plays the game. That's like if every time I walk down the street to grab a panini, I got shanked in the balls by a homeless guy.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
But instead of just, avoiding that route or driving instead, I kept going the exact same way every single time. See how stupid that is? People will obviously make valid criticisms from time to time, but my god, play something else! Valorant is dead, the death of Valorant, Marvel Rivals is dead, Helldivers 2 is dead. Meanwhile, those fuckers are still clocking in to make more content about the game they don't even seem to fucking like. You know what I do when I don't like a game? I play something else.
Oh my god! Wow!
I fucking hate Valorant because of the poor matchmaking, mouth-breathing teammates, and frankly, underwhelming performance by Riot Games. Don't worry, Riot, I'll get to you later. This is a surprise tool that'll help us later. I haven't played Val in a bit, especially not on stream. Point is, people seem to be obsessed with the idea that gaming is on its downturn. And hot take, it's really not that bad for gaming right now. Games aren't the problem. Much like if you eat a snack wrap and inevitably shit yourself, it's not the 16-year-old getting paid minimum wage's fault. It's the company McDonald's that's not making good enough food. Companies seem to have forgotten their beginnings, especially their weird tendency of forgetting whom got them there in the first place. The fans. Unlike the doomer slop creators, I'm going to talk about the negatives but then finish with the positives. That being indie game development. Hello?
I love you.
A big factor in this problem is that gaming companies seem to be complacent. They think that they've created enough customers to bank on what's called the 80-20 rule. Basically, they think that because they have 20% of a player base that's extremely loyal or even addicted to their game or brand, they can just ignore the criticism from the casual majority 80%. Let's first talk about a company that I had a lot of emotional history with. Bungie. Bungie is a company I have a good amount of emotional connection to. I was a PlayStation kid.
Why you booing me? I'm right.
So I didn't grow up with the Halo franchise playing it, but I did fall in love with the Halo gameplay, the cinematics, the lore deep dives. Everything about these games felt polished and with so much love and care. I played the third Halo game at my buddy's house on his Xbox once, and I almost made the switch for that game franchise alone. But no, the game that made me fall in love with Bungie as a studio was Destiny. Was everything I wanted. A game made with the same love and care as Halo, seemingly, an incredible magic sci-fi storyline, and I fell in love with the world, the lore, the characters. I did miss out on Destiny 1, but I rushed to GameStop to buy D2 for the PS4. Now, by no means was I an absolute monster when it came to D2. I started playing the game around the beginning of it, so if you remember Destiny 2 Vanilla, that shit was kind of a letdown. Despite that, I played it quite a bit. I got about 1,200 hours on the game. Now, most of those hours were concentrated around COVID, so yeah, there's that. Point is, I fell off with the game multiple times, and just didn't feel like the game had the same love and care that I experienced in other seasons. The worst part of these was definitely both Curse of Osiris, Beyond Light, and partially Lightfall. I say partially because Lightfall was at a time where I just didn't have much other games that interested me at the time. So I kept on playing despite not enjoying the campaign. God, Strand was a grind if you remember it. Point is, Bungie seems to completely forget why people enjoy their games in the past. And they very much so got lazy. And their layoffs certainly didn't fucking help. They let go of somebody named Luke Smith, who was probably the biggest cornerstone in making Destiny the absolute monument that it was. And letting Luke Smith go was probably the dumbest decision they could have possibly made. Literally biting the hand that made your game successful. This is what I mean when I say that it's the company's problem, not the game itself. The game is a product, like a burrito, and if someone hands you a good burrito, the chef clearly did their job. A job, by the way, that you, as a free market customer, paid for. Bungie, on the other hand, isn't doing their job, and now look at them. Less numbers than fucking cookie clicker. Next up is Ubisoft. Not gonna beat on a dead horse here, they suck. One of the most generational fall-offs in gaming history. Bro, I remember falling in love with Black Flag for the PS3. Hipster Biggs, why is there always up me ass? Skull and Bones proves that they don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. Do they shoot themselves with the amnesia gun from Gravity Falls?
Because it feels like it.
And they're over here asking for upwards of $70 fucking for what essentially is just a gutted Black Flag DLC.
Ew. No.
And oh my god, don't even get me started on Star Wars Out of Order. They wanted to hide a mission with Jabba the Hutt behind a $120 paywall. What happened? And now I know I'm not giving some new knowledge that will get you a new Lamborghini. These are the same people that made the Ezio trilogy. One of the best trilogies in gaming, by the way. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the line they fired the original directors or people that made the older games better.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Ubisoft is setting a terrible standard for AAA, quadruple A games. Because these major corporations somehow lost the passion that made us fall in love with them so much. And now they're just pumping out corporate slop. And again, the reason why their stocks are down and their company is dying is because the 5th open world game with bullshit checklist gameplay isn't going to make us buy your games. Sorry, the 80% with a brain has spoken, and the 20% of the Ubisoft glazers will buy whatever they shit out. And one more thing, saying that we should be comfortable with not owning the games that we purchase is some Big Brother shit. Moving on to Riot. Look, it's no secret that Riot is a company that is already built on squeezing out people's money. Hell, the reason why they developed Valorant was to compete with Counter-Strike. This isn't inherently bad, mind you. NetEase making Marvel Rivals to compete with Overwatch is a positive for gamers. On paper, Riot creating Valorant is good because it will make Valve actually innovate their fucking game. But in the past 5 years of Valorant existing, these motherfuckers haven't really innovated at all. It's rare that you see a company so blatantly greedy. $500 for a League of Legends skin? Like, come on, bro. And again, they don't care because people keep buying. Hell, I fall into this category myself. Just want to be real here. I bought the Champs 2025 bundle, I bought the D&D bundle, but I'm also not going to sit here and defend $80 to $100 on a fart cloud skin. A part of this video that I really want to dedicate is the fact that Riot seems to prioritize competitive gameplay, and that's a bad thing. Your games should be fun. Your game should also have a competitive aspect. Counter-Strike definitely has that. You can get called a slur on Counter-Strike while having the time of your fucking life.
Are you from Russia?
No, I'm from England, America!
However, Riot seems to prioritize the smallest player base in their game. Mind you, this game has well over 5 million players almost every single day, and the amount of people that are Radiant is less than 1,000, and the amount of people that are in Pro Play is less than 500. So what we have here is a small percentage of a game bitching and moaning to the company, that being Riot Games, and having much more weight than the average consumers who actually buy and spend more time on average in the game, comparatively speaking, like, you know, combined. So again, we have a 1% or a 1% of a 1% dictating the other 99%. Where have I heard this before? Yeah, Riot. You should stop focusing on what pro play people think. That's their job. Not everybody plays this game for a fucking career. I still play Val once in a blue moon, but honestly, I can't bring myself to do it. I like having a healthy mind. This company just keeps fumbling everything. Next up is EA is just well known for being one of the worst gaming companies ever when it comes to exploitation of gamers. Remember when loot boxes were in Battlefront 2 during its launch? I do. The problem is they're sports games. And I don't want to shit on you if you like sports games, that's whatever. I personally enjoyed a little bit of Rematch. But the biggest example of EA's greed, in my opinion, is NBA 2K, Madden, and FIFA. 3 of the biggest sports in the world, and the games have zero innovation whatsoever. It's the exact same damn game every single year, with 1 or 2 different features. And people still buy it every year, meaning EA doesn't have to change or innovate, because why the hell would they? Now, I know some of you might retort that it's a sports game and you can't really innovate that much on a sport because it's inherently somewhat repetitive. I submit to you, Rematch. This game changed like a handful of rules for soccer, made it third person, added Bouncy Boy, Rocket League walls, and boom, you got a game I would happily play over any of the past 25 FIFA games, gambling on packs. Totally not pay to win, guys. Imagine a 2K game for basketball, where depending on the combos or different styles or moves, you could build up a flow state meter. And when you enter a full flow state, your passes become way harder to block, and you can shoot farther and more accurately for like 12 seconds. See? I just made 2K much more engaging in 3 minutes of thinking. You could even get more creative, like adding a music system where R&B, jazz, rap, and hip-hop. Maybe the music type you play can have a tangible experience on your character. It's not that hard, EA, but no. They just add a battle pass to their game or bring back an old feature and call it innovation. I'm done being negative, so let's go to my happy place. Good companies. Good companies, meaning companies who actually do their job, make good products that we as the consumers pay for. I want to bring up both big companies that do a great job and finally talk about indie games, because at the time of writing this script, the Game Award nominees are being voted for. And for Game of the Year, 3 of the choices are made by indie games or smaller companies. And out of all the categories that involve actual, gaming companies, a full third of them were indie or smaller companies. Go ahead, please check my math. I'm bad at it. This means something. This means that the big companies at the top are slacking off, and people in the smaller projects are starting to get tired and make their own amazing projects come true. Expedition 33 is absolutely putting the Game Awards in a rear triangle choke right now. Because, shocker, when you have a studio filled with actual people and not soulless CEOs focusing on spreadsheets somebody with a marketing major would make, you actually get a great product. And great products lead to money. Remember how people were bitching in 2023 when Larian Studios' Baldur's Gate 3 won a bunch of awards, including Game of the Year? Yeah, well, Larian, while not fully indie, is still a small company compared to the massive slug that's Ubisoft, Bethesda, or Ungo Bungo. This is a small company that made such a big impact that Ubisoft themselves tried to gaslight the entire gaming community to not have such unrealistic standards for a game. A polished game at launch with minimal bugs, minimal microtransactions, if any, a fair price for the game, a full, well-written campaign, fuck you Black Ops 7, you're not in the conversation here, is not unrealistic. That is the standard. And these companies used to practice that before they lost their souls to marketing majors that don't even have any souls themselves. Let's maximize profit and production. But our market share is shrinking because people don't like our games anymore. How about we pivot to a different niche in the gaming space and maybe switch the genre? Add a battle pass. Motherfucker! A bigger company that I want to glaze for a bit, give me a second here, is Digital Extreme, or DE for short. For those of you who don't have copious amounts of hours on Warframe, Warframe is a game that's essentially ninjas in space. You want more details? Fuck you, watch this guy's video, he does it way better than I do. Warframe has a completely free campaign, free DLC, every Warframe, every item, every gun is free. You want to pay for money to get it easier? You can, and all you have to do is craft them, which isn't even that much of a grind unless it's endgame activities. If you want to do it the free way, you can. It's even incentivized. This company is still innovating on their game, by the way. Take notes as you sit in your little corner, bitch. Okay, let's talk about the newest upcoming update for Warframe. The Old Peace. This is an update. They are bringing a free campaign, complete with cutscenes, a new location, more warframes, more lore, a refined system for your operator character, because shocker, the community complained about it, and they actually are being heard. Wow, really good! Updated models for the operator and Tenno characters, and an updating to the crafting system, more endgame activities, more weapons, and all of this is...
What do I owe you? Nothing. It's for free. Free!
So again, games themselves aren't the problem. It's the horrible mega corporations that overpromise and underdeliver every single chance they get. Indie gaming is growing even more each year, and we should keep encouraging it. If you're watching this video and want to make games, do it. Got some wacky idea that no one's probably ever thought of? Do it! People need to keep innovating and challenge the narratives of gaming, instead of playing it safe with the same corporate Assassin's Creed sludge or COD slop each year. If you want to improve games, make better gaming companies. We're already seeing a complete renaissance for indie development. Let's keep it going. Bring back passion in gaming. You can do it. If you like this video, please feel free to leave me a like. And if you like my content, go ahead and hit subscribe and tap that notification bell. As always, I'm Gandalf the Magical Wizard Cat, and a good day to you.